Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. In today's video, I am going to explain what is the number one thing that some veterans forget to have their non-VA examiner to include in their Nexus statement. So make sure you stick around and I'll explain and break it down for you. Okay, everyone, before I get into today's topic, I just want to inform everybody that I will be holding my How to Win Your VA Claims webinar. This is a webinar I did last July. A lot of people have been asking, Dwayne, when are you going to do it again? When are you going to do it again? So it is here. Click the link below. Make sure you get your seat. It will be April 8th through the 11th. 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The first 5 people that sign up will get a free book, VA Claim Success, written by me, Amazon bestseller, and you will get 1 hour with me on Zoom Q&A, one-on-one. So make sure you click the link below and get yourself signed up. So today's video, what is the number one thing that some veterans fail to have their non-VA examiner to include in their Nexus statement? And it is the rationale. A lot of veterans, when I'm looking at Nexus statements, I'm like, where's the rationale? Where's the rationale? Now, in my book and in some videos I've done, what is included in a Nexus statement? The date, the veteran's name, the organization that completed the Nexus that needs to go along with what? The DBQ, Disability Benefit Questionnaire, the veteran's date of birth, the veteran's social security number, the diagnosis for which the Nexus is being completed, evidence reviewed, the doctor's profession, their background, maybe 2 or 3 sentences on their background, the medical opinion, and rationale. Okay, so if you don't know what a rationale is, don't worry about it. I got you covered. I got a slide for you. Went out to the VA's website and did some digging, and I have something for you. So here we go. Slide number 1. Here's slide number 1. You can see this is the M21 manual reference, and it states requirement for supporting rationale for medical opinions. Okay, so we're going to skip to what I have highlighted here in red, okay? So that paragraph, I'm gonna read that second paragraph there and then read what I have highlighted in red. And it states, when reviewing medical opinions, ensure the medical opinion responds to all questions asked in the examination request. Now, you may be asking, Dwayne, what is examination request? On my YouTube channel, I have or did a video and it's called what is a VA 2507 medical request? That's the request that includes the medical opinion that needs to be completed by a VA CMP examiner. So when they say medical opinion responds to all questions asked in the examination report, that examination request is called a 2507 medical request. Then it goes on to state, medical reports, including opinions, must provide a rationale for any opinion rendered. Regardless if it's a negative opinion or positive opinion, the doctor has to do what? Provide a rationale. So what is the rationale? The rationale should cite any general medical principles used to support the opinion, identify pertinent medical evidence and case-specific information relied on to support the opinion, and demonstrate how the opinion was formulated, whether it's negative or positive. Then it goes on to state, a rationale for a medical opinion should include supportive argument for any opinions rendered or conclusions reached with an analysis that can be considered when weighing contradictory or conflicting opinions. The rationale should provide clear conclusions based upon supporting data and analysis, including a reasoned medical explanation connecting the two. Okay, so you see the name of this M21 and the number. Okay, make sure you take a screenshot or of the number, go out to the VA's website, look it up in the M21 manual reference, and keep it, especially if you're having a non-VA examiner to complete a Nexus, because you're going to need that rationale at the bottom. Okay, so that may seem like a lot of information. Trust me, it is not. But I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you, okay? So let's just say a veteran is claiming something due to direct service connection, okay? So we all know you need three things. You need a current diagnosis, you need a link in service, and a Nexus. We just talked about it, right? So you go to your doctor, you get a diagnosis for maybe, let's say, a back condition that you was treated in service for that's documented in your service treatment records, also known as STRs, okay? You got a current diagnosis, you have that link, now you need that Nexus. I just explained to you what that is, okay? So you go to a private examiner, I need a DBQ done, they get the DBQ done, you make sure you have somebody to review it that knows what makes a DBQ actionable and sufficient. Now, you got the Nexus statement. In my book, I give you an example of Nexus statements, okay? So they have all the information. The doctor says, yep, give you a positive opinion. The current diagnosis is due to the back condition, which is documented, the link, okay? You got a current diagnosis, you got the link. So now you need that Nexus. That rationale is connecting the current diagnosis and the link in service that's documented in your service treatment records. So now they have to write the rationale. So the doctor would need to state some things. I reviewed the veteran service treatment records. Upon further review, the veteran complained and was diagnosed with thoracolumbar strain or whatever in service. And if it's arthritis, degenerative disc disease, or whatever, they need to expand on that. And especially they need to mention any private treatment that you've received since service, any surgeries, any x-rays, any MRIs, and then they make a conclusion. Yes, the current diagnosis is linked or was aggravated due to the treatment diagnosis in service, okay? It is as simple as that. Now, I've seen VA examiners write 2 sentences. Non-VA examiners, they'll write 2 or 3 paragraphs. And it's clear. And some raters will go with the VA examiner that only wrote 2 sentences and provided a negative opinion when you have a private doctor that really laid it out. So you have to make sure when that examiner, your examiner, that's a non-VA examiner, look at that Nexus. Get my book or someone's template that you trust and they know what goes into a Nexus. Just like the DBQ, it has to be actionable and sufficient. Now, a lot of veterans say, oh, my doctor had a 15-page Nexus. Make it super simple. In my book, name, date, maybe the organization's logo, address, or whatever. Records review in bold, bullet comments, and they're putting this information in there, okay? Keep it simple. Do not overthink the process. But most importantly, if that doctor says it is least as likely as not, which is a positive opinion, they have to follow it up with a rationale. Have them medical studies. Is there any medical literature out there on this particular condition? If you weren't treated in service for it and you were awarded the parachute badges, that's how you claiming it. So there's articles out there that talks about people that were awarded the parachute badge, paratroopers, how their neck, back, knees get banged up, okay? Now, same thing for secondary conditions. A lot of people sleep on secondary conditions. What makes a condition secondary to a service-connected condition? The doctor has to break it down in the rationale. And that's where you go out and you do Google search and just say, hey, what are some common complications of this? And that this is your service-connected condition. So if you're going out to a non-VA examiner and you're paying for a Nexus statement to get completed to go along with your DBQ, make sure you know the information that needs to be included, especially the rationale. Might not be a bad idea to print out the M21 manual reference I just showed you. So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.